Welcome to the Harmonic Pulse, where I hop on to share some wisdom of what I'm sensing in the collective that wants to be seen and acknowledged. And this week, what I've really been noticing, and this is something that I've had to work through, particularly showing up here. I didn't want I didn't want to show up here. But I was being guided to show up because, as I said, I have some words of wisdom to share, and I was being encouraged to use my voice. And certainly in the beginning, oh my God, it was so uncomfortable. I mean, it was really just a practice ground for me. Um, just so nervous, like couldn't speak, couldn't find the words. And to some extent, I still have that issue. And I'm working through that. And the next kind of layer that unfolded was then it would be like performance. I was um, trying to be engaging, but I was, I guess, trying too hard, put it like that. And so what I'm noticing in the field, a lot of people were all on social media, right? Some of us, because we need to do that with our work to get it out there, and others more because it's kind of like seeking external approval and validation. And we've kind of been conditioned to from a young age to seek, constantly chase achievements and, having this kind of belief that the more we achieve in the external world, the more worthy we are, that we matter. We're good enough, we've made it, should we say? You hear about people saying, "Oh, finally, I've made it." Well, what does that mean? And really, what I'm aware of is the false light really thrives on this constant performance. It feeds off that energy that we're giving on just proving that we're enough. And so, true presence, when you're really present in your body with who you are, what gifts you have come to offer humanity and share with the world, that's very different to this performance seeking. Because when you just are, when you really are present with yourself, present in your body, and just showing up because you have something to share and it brings you joy to share that, then we don't need any proof. It simply radiates because we're in soul alignment. We are aligned within. And so, hold on, I had something else come through and it's just gone. What was it? Um, yeah, so this constant proving and seeking validation. Oh, yeah, here we go. So, what does that do to the body? Like, have you noticed that um, when you're seeking something, and often we're not even aware that that's what we're doing. We think we have to show up, that everyone else is doing it, so I better show up as well. But if we're showing, oh, look at me here, or look at me doing this, because we want some kind of reaction, some kind of validation, then notice what that does to the body. Like you'll feel your energy is moving out of your body. You are not anchored and present in your body. And when you can just come with presence and share, it's a very different experience, both for yourself, how you notice how you're still um, present in your body, how your energy is still anchored in your body rather than being dispersed out there. And so, what that does is it means that we're not really feeling whole. So, we're in this constant loop of seeking something to feel whole. So yeah, I'm curious. Hopefully that makes sense. If you haven't heard that before, you're welcome to drop a comment if you want to explore that more. And so I'd like to leave you now with a share for embodiment. and to really encourage you to reflect, reflect on a time where you really felt the pressure to show up. So what did you notice if you shift that and dropped the performance layer and simply allowed your presence to speak? So a bit like what I said at the beginning, when I first was being nudged to speak, to speak on social. And I like to busy myself behind the scenes. So it was something that I wasn't really up for initially. But as I said, initially, because I wasn't really present in my body, I didn't feel confident. And so I kind of subconsciously felt like I had to perform. Okay. So again, I invite you to really reflect on how the energy differs when you drop that performance, feeling like, oh, I have to show up, and seek some kind of external approval, versus simply allowing your presence to speak when you feel inspired to do that. And so this week's resonance note is for you to know that your light doesn't need a stage to be real. Okay. Your light is real. And when you don't overperform, actually, that's when perhaps people will see you for who you really are. Okay, so I hope that helps this week. And if you want to explore more deeply your own path and uh, get more aligned on your soul path, then I open a few spots every month for a free soul discovery session. So you're welcome to book one of those with me. And I've also got my 3-week masterclass series, from Matrix to Mastery, which is coming up at the beginning of September. And that's where we really start to notice when we're on autopilot, literally operating within the matrix reality, versus really starting to come home to ourselves and use our energy to really command our reality. So we become masters of our reality. So if you're interested in either of those, I'll drop the links below, and I'll see you again on the Harmonic Pulse. Bye for now.